What's up, peeps? It's CameraKid92 here. You like my shirt? You can't really see it. It's Kylo Ren. I'm getting, hyped up for Star Wars coming out in Blu-ray this week. I'm so excited. But that's not why I'm here. I just wanted to make a little video, more of like a little rant. I wanted to get something off my chest, off the chest. I wanted to get something off the chest. And you guys are such great listeners. I would just wanted to do a little video. So today, we took my cousin out for his birthday for a little celebration at Dave & Buster's. We were never there before. I was pretty excited because, I've never been to Dave & Buster's. It sounded pretty fun. So we go there, and it honestly was not the best experience that I've had at a restaurant. And I figured I'd tell you guys what happened. So we get there. Okay. They tell us it's a 45-minute wait. Cool. I really don't mind if there's a wait for a table, because I understand it can be hectic, it can be busy. And we're at Dave & Buster's where you can play games and stuff, so I'm like, sure, why not? Let's wait 45 minutes for a table. So we go play pool. This was my first time playing pool too. It was a lot of first times today. So, we were playing pool, and I was doing such a great job. I'm not being sarcastic at all. Totally did a great job for my first time. Just kidding. I sucked. I need to practice. But anyways, we're playing pool. 10 minutes later, they tell us our tables is ready. Our table is ready. Great. All right. Awesome. Table's ready. 10 minutes. They told us 45, but 10. Great. Yay, we can eat. Finally. Woohoo. Food. So we go get our tables at the sports bar, and it's very loud, very chaotic, and, sure, it's a sports bar, I understand. So we get there, and, wait a few minutes, our waiter comes over, and he's like, oh, hi, I'm your waiter, what would you like to drink? So, my one cousin and I, we get Sprite, and the rest of my family, they get, water and Coke. So, when they come back with our drinks a few minutes later, this is where it all started to go downhill. Okay, so my cousin and I got Sprite, and it tasted like seltzer water, like really bad seltzer water. It tasted like the fountain had run out of syrup. Okay, it was nasty. I understand, the fountain, sometimes it runs out of syrup and you're not aware until your customers complain. So, my cousin and I have to look like the bad guy when our waiter comes back, and we're like, yeah, the Sprite, it doesn't taste very good. It tastes like nasty seltzer water. And the waiter's like, oh, yeah, I know. I heard a lot of complaints, about the seltzer. It tastes like seltzer water, right? And I'm like, wait, you knew about this? And you didn't think about checking the fountain and maybe serving us actual Sprite and not seltzer water that tastes like poop? Okay, cool. You're gonna knowingly serve us crappy Sprite seltzer. Okay, awesome. And so we asked to replace with water, because honestly, at that point, I didn't feel like dealing with soda. I didn't trust their fountains. I'm like, you know what? If I could just take this Sprite back, get a water, that'd be great. Thank you. So we order nachos, our appetizer, and that took about, 25 minutes or so to finally get there. And during this time, the waiter had forgotten our water, and they brought the nachos, and we're like, our water? And he's like, oh, sorry, I forgot. And we're like, okay, cool, I understand, you can forget, we're only human, okay. This is two chances so far. You have two more. You have one more chance, Mr. Waiter. So, 25 minutes later, our nachos come, and it was very sparse on the toppings, the meat and stuff, which is like, okay, this is a chain restaurant. I'm not expecting, the greatest food I've ever had, but honestly, it was 95% chips and 5% toppings. I maybe had one chip that was reasonably topped with food, toppings and stuff. The rest was just chips. All right, cool. No big deal. Except usually when we get a group appetizer, with nachos or wings or stuff like that, they give us all small plates so we don't have to eat like savages. We can, be civilized people and get our own servings on our each individual plates. But they forgot the plates. Okay. All right. Cool. My cousin happened to see some clean plates, like, over there. I'm pointing over there, like, the plates are there. So he sees some plates and he grabs them for us. He's a real trooper. Thank you, cousin. Thank you. So we finished our nachos, and then, we ordered our food back when we ordered our nachos. That was about 25 minutes ago, mind you. We wait about another 30 minutes, so that's about a 55-minute wait for our food, which just so happened to be burgers. Well, my one cousin ordered wings and ribs, but still, almost an hour wait for burgers when there were a lot of empty tables. There were a lot of waiters just kind of standing around doing nothing. Okay, I could see them. And I'm just like, okay, a long wait for burgers that honestly, I know it's a chain restaurant. They just, they were just your usual typical chain restaurant burger. If I want to go get a good burger, like a legit good burger, I usually go to, like a little mom and pop place or, a family owned little business. Usually that's where I have the best luck finding really good burgers. So, the burgers were mediocre and the wait was really long, and I could tell a lot of other people were unhappy. There was one table next to us who had the same waiter. They got there before us, and they didn't get their food until we had finished our food. So mind you, this is probably about an hour and a half we were at that table. They didn't get their food for like an hour and a half. I felt so bad for them. They looked so pissed off and unhappy, and I don't blame them. And then finally when they got their food, I overheard them, and they were like, my noodles are like really dry and overcooked, and like I'm missing my sauce, and they sounded like their food was not good either. And it was crazy. It was crazy. I was really annoyed at that point, and honestly, to try to make myself entertained, since it was a sports bar, I don't watch sports at all. I'm not, that's just not my thing. And there's so many different sports playing, and people are cheering like, yeah, woo, yeah, woohoo, yeah. So what I would do to entertain myself, so I wouldn't freak out at the waiter and say some unkind words, I would cheer. I'd be like, woohoo, yeah, like during like the commercials, and like people were laughing at me and they thought it was funny and entertaining. I like entertaining people, and I had to entertain myself so I didn't freak out and, say some things I might regret in the future. So we finally finished our food. It was very mediocre, and like on the menu it said the fries were seasoned, like our famous seasoned fries, and they were albino fries. They were albino fries. There was no seasoning on them whatsoever. There was nothing. It was nothing. What? It was very disappointing, the meal, and it was a very long wait, and it was just annoying. And the waiter, he was just very incompetent, kept disappearing, even though he was only serving like our table and the other table. Like, he wasn't serving that many tables. I saw him. I was watching. The only time he was fast was when it was time to collect the cash for the payment. That was the only time he like was quick. Like, was when it was time to be paid. And it was annoying. So we finished eating, and we walked past the kitchen to the arcade area because we were going to play some games. We walked past the kitchen, and oh my god, we like happened to look inside because the door was open. Holy crap, you guys. It was disgusting. Like, I mean, I have lots of experience in food service. I've been working in food service for about 10 years, and I've taken classes for sanitation and food safety, and when I looked inside that kitchen, and there was just food everywhere. The floor looked sticky, like the equipment didn't look clean. It looked absolutely atrocious, and I was just I felt sick to my stomach. I'm like, did I just eat here? Oh my God, am I gonna die? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. So at that point, we were very irritated and upset after seeing the kitchen, the horrible service, the mediocre food, the poor people waiting for their food. It was absolutely terrible. And, we went to the bathrooms and the bathrooms weren't clean and some of the stalls were missing doors. The bathroom, it was not a well-kept bathroom. Pretty gross. And we overheard some people in the bathroom saying how the place was going downhill, what has happened. So there were obviously a lot of people disappointed. We weren't the only people. So after that, we go to the arcade, and, I know arcades, they're meant to be loud, they're meant to be fun, but honestly, it was so chaotic. There were so many families with their kids running around and trying to freaking get to the games, and there's so many lines for the games. The kids are hogging them. I'm trying to say excuse me and people are just looking at me rude, and it was crazy. And then at that point my cousin's like, you know what, I just want to go home. I just want to hang out at home. I felt really bad. It was meant to be his birthday celebration, and Dave and Buster's was honestly a big bust. It was a huge bust, honestly. And I don't think no, never going back. Never going back. We went home, we played Xbox Connect games, and we had more fun doing that than like the 4 hours we spent at Dave and Buster's. It was absolutely terrible. And I just hope, honestly, I don't get like food poisoning. I mean, nothing's happened yet, but, we'll see. We'll see. It's like a ticking time bomb. You don't know. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to make this little video to rant. It was pretty disappointing. This is why I don't really like going to chain restaurants, because honestly, most of the experiences I've had at chain restaurants have been very mediocre. And, I try not to be too hard. I try not to be too picky, I'm not really a hard person to please, but an experience like that just makes me want to make my own food and, stay at home and just hang out with friends and not go out and wait an hour for a burger that wasn't even that good. Alright, guys. Well, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments if you have had any bad experiences at restaurants. Let me know what you think of Dave & Buster's. Have you ever been there? Maybe yours is better. I don't know. I'm not saying they're all bad. I'm just saying the one by me was absolutely terrible. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching, if you're still watching, like, 13 minutes later. I know I can be quite the chatterbox, but, I know you guys are good listeners. Alright, guys. I think that's it. I think that's everything. Hope you're all doing well, and I will see you later. I should really go to bed. It's like 1:30 in the morning. I don't even know why I'm up. Alright, guys. I'm just rambling. I'll see you later. CameraKid92, signing out.